If you're still looking for a seat, it looks like we might have more over on my left. And yes, I did that in front of everybody. It's fine. It's fine. All right. Hello and welcome to the North Central Region's November 2024 graduation. I'm Adrena Spracker. I am the North Central Program Director. Today, we celebrate new graduate teams and our puppy raisers that have dogs graduating, as well as the puppy raisers that are handing dogs over to professional training. We have a lot to celebrate. In a few minutes, you'll have the opportunity to meet 9 new clients graduating with their new dogs. These graduates, along with the placements made throughout the year, bring our total of number of placements to 58 for the year. But wait, there's more. We have another class scheduled for later in November, which will bring our total to 60 placements for the year. Today, nationally, we have 61 teams graduating, bringing our client teams number since our founding to 8,219. We also have 212 puppies beginning their journey in professional training across the nation. November seems to be the time when we look back at the year and see our successes and reflect on what we are grateful for. Some of them know that I'm doing this, but not everybody. I would like to ask the North Central staff to make their way up to the front with me. And then everybody walks up. This is what happens. There we go. We are not necessarily used to or comfortable being in the limelight. So, Vanita, I see you guys back there. Get up here. Come on. I want to say how incredibly grateful I am to work with this group of people that is so passionate about our mission. Each staff member plays a critical role individually and cooperatively for the success of the teams that we have the opportunity to celebrate today. So in no particular order, I am going to introduce our program and training staff: Eric Fatka, Aaron Rich, Suzanne Slicklin, Nina Hoppner, Christina Cantor, Devin Ortiz, Tanya Halford, Colleen McBride, Amy Kinsella, Natalie Kortzer-Maxey, Jen Smith, Sophie DeCunha, Zach Fry, Renee Gerchow, Trisha Wilhelm, JP Oteramichan, who's in the back over there. Hi. Our canine wellness staff, Sarah Miller, Alyssa Menifee, Benita Jackson, Ashley Brozzi, and our newest member, Catherine Rigby. We also couldn't do what we do without our philanthropy, admin, and marketing staff, Emily Bell, Nancy Whetstone, Matt Levering, Bethany Sims, Kayleen Petrovia, Lisa Chambers, Grace Pettit, and Marissa Fireman. We also have headquarters staff that work out of our North Central campus, and we are also grateful for them. Rob Campana, Meredith Harrison, and Marcia Dowds. Fun fact, with all of the folks that I mentioned, you're looking at approximately 240 years of service at Canine Companions. So join me in thanking again our North Central team for all of the work that they put in day in and day out for the success of our mission. Thank you guys. As they make their way back, we also couldn't do what we do without each of you in this room and those that are joining us virtually. I would like to thank our puppy raisers for all they do to prepare the dogs for professional training, our volunteers for all that they do to support and get the word out about our mission, our graduates for trusting us to train, match, and support them for the duration of the placement, our donors for supporting us and trusting us to maximize their dollars. Lastly, I would like to thank our board members. If our board members are here, could you please stand or signal? Our board members, like many of you in the audience, wear multiple hats, from puppy raiser to volunteer to graduate to donor. You know the saying, it takes a village. We collectively are quite a village. As Veterans Day is approaching, since our founding, Canine Companions has been proud to serve veterans with physical disabilities, and more recently, veterans with post-traumatic stress disorder as well, all free of charge. These dogs make an incredible impact for their handlers, and a recent veteran put it very simply, just so you know, I am a better person because of these dogs. Thank you. Please take this opportunity in honor of the men and women who have served our country by gifting enhanced independence. Right now, every dollar that you donate is automatically matched up to $55,000. That'll double your impact with just one donation. You can visit canine.org/Veterans Day to make a difference today. And that campaign is from the 1st through the 16th, so there's still time. Canine Companions appreciates the opportunity to serve and bring greater independence to our veteran clients. And now, I will hand this over to Suzanne to introduce the puppy raisers.
Can we hear me? Yes? Okay. It felt weird there. All right. Hello, I'm I'm Suzanne Slicklin, the Puppy Program Manager. Welcome today to the November 2024 matriculation. I'm going to be talking all about our wonderful puppy raisers who are about to turn in the dogs to start their professional training to hopefully end up here in 6 months. But here we go. Everyone dreads the end, but the end is just the beginning of a new grand adventure. People tend to focus a lot on what we will miss when a journey reaches its goal. So we dwell on the parts of all that we will miss, hoping that these moments will last forever. As time waits for no one, we continue to march forward, sometimes not knowing what will happen next. But there is no reason to be sad, for today is the beginning of so many possibilities, both for the puppy and the person at the end of the leash. Today we focus on the melting of a heart the first time you saw the puppy all bouncy and cute. The moment of elation when you saw the spark of knowledge light up in the puppy's eyes, knowing that they finally got what we were asking for. The laughter of many silly moments of unbridled joy racing through the house, leaving footprints on the floor and finding the innards of a toy. Trusting the process, even though there are many unknowns, and waiting for decisions to be made or puppy growth to be had. It is the trust of years of experience and the virtue of patience. Dog training is learning, testing, experiencing, and valuing the opportunity to be a part of a relationship. What matters most is living in the moment and enjoying the journey one step at a time. Today, we welcome 35 new dogs into professional training and thank the 43 families and individuals who helped get these puppies prepared for today. Each journey unique, as each person is unique, but the outcome is the same, the joy of building relationships. Thank you, puppy raisers, for sleepless nights, lots and lots of vet runs, lots and lots of progress reports, not breaking a leg in the middle of the night when you accidentally step on a go nut. Been there, almost done that. You learn to shuffle when you walk through the house at night. Endless walking in circles during puppy class. Racking your brain trying to teach a 12-week-old puppy to do nothing. On that one. Or holding your tongue when Suzanne or James says, let's practice cooperative care with nail trimming. I can see your thoughts going, cooperative care this, Suzanne. But you get the nail trimming done. Taking a step out of your comfort zone, being willing to collaborate and cooperate with both staff and other raisers. And mostly taking the time to love and guide an adorable puppy to be ready for today. Thank you, puppy raisers, for everything you put into raising a puppy. Your contributions and your heart helps drive our mission. Let's give a round of applause for our dedicated individuals and families who gave a piece of their heart away today and filled that hole with unconditional love. Before we go on, I'd like to add a little bit more here. Leaving my parents' house, there's a Irish proverb or something like that on the wall, and every time I walk out of the garage, I always read it. It says, some people come into our lives and quickly go. Others stay for a while and leave footprints on our hearts, and we are never, ever the same. There comes a time when a volunteer decides to hang up their leash because their puppy raising journey has come to an end. Sometimes it happens after the first puppy, and sometimes it happens after the 36th puppy. To our past retired puppy raisers like Marty Gavor, Jane Barber, Jerry Amos, Bud and Esther Brown, the Eichlers, Dean Nakerts, and so many more who have retired from raising, who after raising more than 20 dogs, you need to know your impact on our organization continues on. I wish you could know how much your contributions have shaped this future. Today we say thank you in person to Bob and Connie Runk, who are hanging up their puppy raising leash today, who's raised 29 dogs for Canine Companions. And virtually, I hope, Jill, you got my message. Jill Goldman, who moved to the Northwest region, who was once a North Central puppy raiser who raised over 18 dogs for us. Puppy raising is a journey that can last as long as one desires. Regardless of whether the dog graduates or released, you will also be a part of a collective experience that expands our understanding of the human-animal bond. You will always be etched into the fabric of the Canine Companions family, and it's never really goodbye, so thank you. I would like to now start introducing the matriculating class of November 2024. I feel like I'm always going to get that wrong, say the wrong month, but we are here in November. So we're going to start our pup raisers lining up on this side of the room. So I'm going to take this off. Oh, I'm also would like to introduce Tammy Herod, one of our wonderful graduates and part of our Kentucky chapter. Tammy is going to be handing out our charms that have been so graciously donated for our puppy raisers to experience today and to remember the puppies that they have all raised. So, okay, hold on one second. Okay. So first, before we get started with the people who are here, I want to give a quick shout out to a couple of the pup raisers who unfortunately couldn't attend. Megan Roberts from Powell, Ohio with Tamila II. Carrie and Jim Pettit from Canfield, Ohio, who raised Jupiter the 8th. Ann Wilson from Indianapolis, Indiana, who raised Sunday the 4th. And the McHenry family from Carroll Stream, Illinois, who raised Helani. So first here, I would like to recognize Betsy Jones from Delaware, Ohio, who raised Atlanta the 3rd. I'd like to recognize Larry and Sherry Stratton from Richland, Michigan, who raised Emerald the 6th. I'd like to recognize Sarah McClory from Columbus, Ohio, and Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, who raised Clementine the 6th and was helped by Nikki Carroll from here in Columbus to get the puppy started. I'd like to recognize Katrina Rakusin from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, who raised our sweet candy Twix the 2nd. I'd like to recognize Teresa Hart from Bowling Green, Kentucky, who raised Fletch the 5th. I'd like to recognize Marty Marlotte from Columbus, Ohio, who raised Paola. I'd like to recognize Carol Gillum and Julia Havery from Huntley, Illinois, and Downers Grove. Thank you for raising Norma. I remembered it earlier. Norma the 6th. I'd like to recognize Sarah Crabtree from Orlando, Florida, also one of our amazing instructors, who raised Joplin the 5th. I'd like to thank Wendy Taylor from Delaware, Ohio, who raised Otto the 2nd. I'd like to recognize Vicki Heckman and Jennifer Rutledge from Fort Wayne, Indiana, who raised Gilligan the 4th. I'd like to recognize Michael and Pam Wright from Blue Springs, Missouri, who raised Twyla. Say it multiple times to get it. I'd like to recognize Meg Williams from Columbus, Ohio, who raised our Heinz 57. Heinz the 3rd. I'd like to recognize Sandy Groff from Overland Park, Kansas, who raised Betty the 9th, little Betty Boop, who liked to boop around a lot when she was a puppy. I'd like to recognize Emily Allen and Scott Bronworth from Columbus, Ohio, who raised Robinson the Fourth, and I like to say the Caruso. So, I'd like to recognize Haley LeBlanc and Ellie Anderson from South Carolina, Minnesota, Columbus, all of the places. But we welcome the here who raised Hal the Fifth. And because in our database we could not break up the family, I'd like to recognize Christy LeBlanc from Beaufort. But you're here in Ohio. Yeah, okay, well down there also, yeah. Yeah, so we like to switch the regions around, it's all good. Who raised Puppy Cragen. I'd like to recognize Christine Oberg from Perrysville, Ohio, who raised Wesley II. I'd like to recognize Emily Wagner from West Lafayette, Indiana, who raised Nala VII. I'd like to recognize Merritt Hugo from Indianapolis, Indiana, who raised Sebastian III. I'd like to recognize Lena Herms from Indianapolis, Indiana, who raised Alaska VI. Another transplant, but who will always be a North Central person, Paula Barrett from Portland, Maine, who raised Crunch. I'm not used to that abbreviation. I'd like to recognize Karen Montauk Leafling from Fairfield Township, Ohio, who raised Frisha. Fresh Frisha. I'd like to recognize Molly Fankhauser and Carolyn Odom from Bexley, Ohio, and Groveport, Ohio, who raised Gulliver V. I'd like to recognize Bianca and Maya Dunay from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I overheard Maine. So our college students are growing up, who raised Emerson V. Yay, congratulations. I'd like to recognize Jeff and Josie Adams from Derby, Kansas, who raised Donner. They are our furthest out in Kansas we could get, so up to our Wichita people. Woohoo! I'd like to recognize Debbie Sloan and Linda Charles from Westerville, Ohio, who raised Bosch, and I'm getting a shout out to Chris also, who's a part of the whole team that makes it happen. I'd like to recognize Kimberly and Eric Esteron from Georgetown, Indiana, who raised Sarabi II. I'd like to recognize Don and Laura Stull from Fremont, Ohio, has little Leah, I was going to call her Leah the Seventh. Woohoo, Leah! Get the family together, that's right. I'd like to recognize the Morgan family and give a big shout out for all the pictures they provide for our dogs turning in for professional training, so thank you on that. But they are from North Canton, Ohio, and they raise Wiggy. I'd like to recognize Linda and Bill Cleveland from Grand Rapids, Michigan, who raised Clyde IV. We needed a Bonnie in this group. And the last but absolutely not least, our wonderful Bob and Connie Runk from Gambier, Ohio, who raised Earl the Pearl IV. And absolutely not the last, Elaine May, who raised puppy Simone from Black Lick, Ohio. Yay! Let's give a round of applause again for our wonderful puppy raisers. All the time, energy, and commitment. Thank you, Tammy. I can take that from you. This basket I so appreciate. Pat Long Sims made this for me, and is a perfect charm handouter. I would love everyone to now to sit back and enjoy the puppy picture presentation. So as we continue to look towards the future, we have dogs that are turning in now, and we are having dogs graduating, but we need dogs to supply our program, and so that is where our breeding program comes in. And we would like you to take a sit back again and enjoy our next presentation, which is about all the dogs that we will be seeing their future progeny, whatever that word is, who's going to be coming down the pipeline in the future because the wheel keeps on turning. So thank you, everyone. Sit back and enjoy.
Every time. So next is our veteran coin presentation. I have the absolute pleasure to introduce you to U.S. Marine Corps veteran and Canine Companions graduate Jackie Gonzalez Gamalo and her service dog Rosa to hand out our challenge coins today.
Hello everyone. A challenge coin is a small coin bearing an organization's insignia and emblem and carried by the organization's members. Traditionally, they might be given to prove membership when asked and to enhance morale. They are also collected by service members. Historically, challenge coins were presented by unit commanders in recognition of special achievement by a member of the unit. They could also be exchanged in recognition of visits to an organization. Receiving a challenge coin is an honor, as it signifies that the recipient has played a special role significantly impacting their peers and the organization. Receiving a challenge coin is an honor. Oops, sorry guys, I lost my place. Possessing an organizational coin indicates that the individual is a trusted member of the team and shares the same values, experiences, and goals. Canine Companions' challenge coin is presented to individuals in honor of military service and to recognize an individual's participation or contribution to Canine Companions. It is my pleasure to ask any veteran joining us for the ceremony today to stand or signal so we can show our appreciation. Graduate in this graduating class. It is my pleasure to introduce U.S. Army Combat Engineer and second-time Canine Companion graduate, Jake Jacobson. Jake, will you come up to our
Yes, thank you.
We would now like to ask any veteran of a graduate team or current puppy raiser that has not received the newly branded challenge coin to come up to receive one. Thank you all so much for your service.
Thank you, Jackie, and thank you again to all of our veterans here with us today and tuning in virtually. I'm now going to switch gears and talk to you guys a bit about what goes on behind the scenes that leads us to today, our graduation day. My name is Amy Kinsella, and I am one of our senior instructors here at Canine Companions, and I had the absolute joy of getting to teach this team training class alongside several other of our wonderful instructional staff. Coming off of my third team training in a row, I'm going to try my best to keep this short and sweet. Whether this is your very first graduation, your first time stumbling upon Canine Companions, or whether you are turning in your 30th puppy raise today, the magic of our mission remains tangible and it remains powerful. The role that a service dog plays in the life of their person is important. It is a bright light of independence and companionship. Our teams are able to navigate the world with ease as dogs willingly and reliably perform physical tasks such as picking up dropped items or opening doors, literally and figuratively, in order to enhance a client's life. But there is a science behind this magic that I speak of, and those matches are not made without a lot, and I mean a lot of hard work. And that hard work is something that is put forth by our volunteers, puppy raisers, donors, staff, graduates, and all of the supporters of Canine Companions. So in order to prove my point, I'm going to ask for a little bit of audience participation. So if anybody in this room is a puppy raiser, puppy sitter, or has helped foster a puppy in our program, on the count of 3, I want to hear a very big, loud cheer. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm going to start with you all. We could not do what we do without you guys. You guys are the ones that have this bold dream that you could take a loud, squirrely, wild little creature, pour your heart and soul into them, diligently investing so much of your time and effort, all in hopes that one day that dog will go on to change someone's life. You guys are the ones that turn those playful pups into dependable partners. Now I need anybody in this room who is a volunteer, donor, employee, or Canine Companion supporter. On the count of 3, let me hear where you're at. 1, 2, 3. You guys, you all play an extremely integral part in keeping our organization moving forward. From spreading the word, assisting behind the scenes, selflessly dedicating your time, money, and heart to the mission in hopes that somebody's life will be better. I truly believe that this world needs more people just like you. And now our graduates, if you are a past, present, or about to be one of our newest Canine Companions graduates today, can I please, on the count of 3, hear a giant cheer? 1, 2, 3. Each and every one of you are why we are here today. But right now, I'd like to just quickly talk to our 9 newest Canine Companion graduate teams. The past 2 weeks has been filled with a lot of joy, a lot of laughter, probably too little sleep, but without a doubt, the last 2 weeks was marked with an incredible amount of hard work. I want to thank each and every one of you for the effort that you have put forth over the course of team training and doing whatever it was that we asked of you in order to be the best working dog teams that you could possibly be. From putting up with my happy ukulele music, the lectures, practice session, homework, exams, field trips, all coming to an end with a highly competitive yet equally comical game of Dog Olympics. I feel confident that you all are leaving with the tools you need to be successful and effective service dog teams. You have mastered the art of reading dog body language, providing clear communication and handling, and arguably most importantly, you know how to have fun with your dog. The relationships that have been formed between clients and their dogs in the short span of 2 weeks is the foundation in which you will be able to conquer anything as a team. And for that, you should be very, very proud of yourselves. So I would like to welcome our 9 newest graduating teams, and for one more time, I want to hear a giant cheer from each and every one of you in the audience today who has made it all possible. 1, 2, 3. Welcome to the family. That sound is the sound of a community of people that are here to support each and every one of you every single step of the way as you move forward with your new service dog. I now would like to hand it over to the wonderful Tanya Halford to start introducing the teams.
Amy's a tough one to follow. Sometimes when we're tired in the morning, I'm like, Amy, you gotta take the lead because you'll bring the energy up in the room. So she's got that gift for sure. We're gonna start with Julia, so we'll have Julia come on up, as well as Stacy and Vicky. We'll get the fun part of graduation through here started. So Julia came to team training with her parents, Michael and Mary Lynn they're from Pennsylvania, and this is Julia's second dog. I saw her first puppy raiser in the crowd somewhere. I was all surprised about that. It was fun. A little reunion maybe. I've often heard that coming to receive the second dog is often the hardest dog to receive. On top of adding a new dog to the successor's life, we're also bringing an abundance of new challenging dog handling. This team has done a great job of adapting to the change. Their desire to be a great dog handlers show, and they've been taking team training very seriously. In that short 2 weeks, they've gained the tools that they need for success. Their desire to succeed has shown through, and I think they are well on their way of achieving their goals. Julia is looking forward to her dog having her by her side in her art studio, along with providing that companionship that only a dog can provide. She's also looking forward to her dog retrieving dropped items like pencils, paintbrushes, and her phone. I'm confident that this will come with time and practice. Skipper is a male lab golden cross, and he was raised by Vicki and Stacy from the Northern Ohio chapter. They are longtime supporters of the organization, and I know Vicky's raised 16 and Stacy's, I don't know, probably close to 16. So Skipper's gotten a lot of experience. We're so grateful for all the time, love, and financial support that you guys have provided to the organization. And I will now ask you guys to hand over the leash to Julia. All right, I'll get Elliot up here and the Houts. I know they didn't sneak off with Stormy because they're pretty excited about the graduation. I have to add, I didn't put this in my speech, but Elliot is the musical bed and the Olympic winner of our fall 2024 class. So you must imagine that they're probably doing pretty good so far. I am a little bit sad because we asked what he was excited about, and he said he was ready to leave Ohio. So my guess is he's from Michigan. He came with his mom Ashley to receive his first dog from our program. Team training has a lot of moments that require us to be still, and I think that in Elliot's nature that was probably a little bit challenging for him. But he's done a really great job of slowing down for Stormy to get used to working with a new person, and that relationship's just looking super great. So you guys are doing awesome. And I imagine, and I've even seen it in the last week, that she's speeding up to match his pace. So I'm not concerned. This team is doing great, and I enjoy watching them work together, and I can envision them hanging out together, ready to retrieve dropped items and tug and push doors for him. I'm still not sure he's going to trust Stormy with his Switch remotes, but I'm sure she'd be more than happy to do that for her. Isn't that right? Isn't your Switch?
Yes.
Controllers. I'm going to get this. I will someday, maybe, or I won't care. I don't know. Stormy is a female lab golden cross raised by Derek and Nan. They are very active in our Pittsburgh chapter. In talking to them, it's become a full-time job for them almost. They're not getting paid though, so they must really love it. They're currently raising puppy number 5, who's hopefully sleeping through the night now at this point. Oh. Well, I will have them pass over the leash to Elliot. Mackenzie and Randy and Michelle come on up. Your dad disappear on us? Oh. Well, this is Mackenzie and her mom, Alwyn. Did I say that? I realized I hadn't said it very many times. We all win. And her dad was with her too for the 2 weeks. His name's Jeff. And Mackenzie came here to receive her first dog from Canine Companions. And I think Mackenzie instantly won the hearts of many. She has been an active volunteer and has been doing fundraising. I see some head nods over there for our Northern Ohio chapter. So that's pretty awesome. So she came with a reputation already with us. She's also a super great dog handler. You can ask her mom. She was probably giving them tips beyond what we were even hearing to keep them on task. So Mackenzie might still need to convince Zinger to stay in downs for long periods, but the rest of the cues are really going great, and I just think that they've been working so good together that it looks like they've been together for more than just 2 weeks, but more time than that. As a good fundraiser without a dog, I just can only imagine what it's going to turn into with Zinger by her side. So Zinger is a male Labrador raised by Randy and Michelle, and they have made raising dogs part of their life. You guys have been doing this for a really long time. I believe 11 dogs. We are so thankful for your guys' willingness to provide these dogs with love and care and give them the foundation to be the best versions of themselves. I will have you guys hand off the leash to Mackenzie. Good reminder, Mackenzie. She demonstrated what I was talking about. No leash dropping around here. I would now like to invite Natalie up to continue the introduction of our students.
All right, I'm going to start with Kyle, and then Lisa and Kip, if you want to come on up as well. Kyle came to team training with his dad, Jeff, from Michigan, to receive his third service dog. Kyle's positivity is something that shines through for anyone who meets him and has been greatly appreciated in this class. After the first night home with the dogs, he was quick to say that Dill was his favorite and that love only grew from there. There were countless times in practice where they would be working hard at the task at hand, and when they were successful, then Kyle would shower his dog with praise and be so proud of how awesome Dill is. Kyle is looking forward to his dog carrying new items for him, providing deep pressure, and opening doors. Kyle has been matched with a sweet, attentive, but slightly drooly dog named Dill. It has been so apparent how quick they bonded, as Dill is always zoned in on Kyle, waiting to hear what to do next. Dill was raised by Lisa and Kip. Lisa and Kip, thank you for all of the love, time, and energy you put into raising Dill, and you may now pass the leash to Kyle.
Okay.
And then next I'm going to have Chelsea come up, and Jenny and Mark. Chelsea came to team training from Indiana to receive her first service dog. Chelsea showed up to class ready to soak in all of the information needed to begin her journey with her new dog. She worked through some unexpected challenges along the way, and we are appreciative that she pushed through these past 2 weeks, as her and her dog are off to a great start working together as a team. She's looking forward to her new dog assisting with opening doors, retrieving her crutches, and providing deep pressure, and she's excited about the foundation that Cassidy is already beginning to lay for her future goals. Chelsea has been matched with a snuggly, enthusiastic, hardworking dog named Cassidy. We have no doubt that Chelsea and Cassidy will continue to grow with each other, and we are excited to see all that they will go on to do. Cassidy was raised by Jenny and Mark here in Ohio. Jenny and Mark, we appreciate all of the love that you poured into Cassidy, and you may now pass off the leash to Chelsea. DL, if you want to come up, and then Lisa and Keith, or just Lisa. DL came to team training from here in Ohio to receive his first service dog. During class, he was always quietly achieving all the tasks we were working on, and he asked lots of questions about how to progress skills so he knows exactly what to do when he goes home. He was looking forward to his dog becoming a part of his daily life, doing tasks like retrieving his cane and tugging off socks. DL was matched with a sweet, goofy dog named Scotty. It's easy to see that Scotty has already figured out that DL is his person. A couple of days ago, I was using Scotty to demonstrate Speak, and after the demo, I continued to explain it for a bit, and then Scotty looked up at me as if to say, "Am I done with my part now?" And then he just walked away for me to go back to DL. As his trainer, that only offended me slightly, but it was also really heartwarming to see that Scotty already knows exactly where he needs to be. I have no doubt DL and Scotty's bond will infinitely grow over the next weeks, months, and years. Scotty was raised by Lisa and Keith. Lisa, we can't thank you enough for all of the work that you put into raising puppies for us and for giving Scotty a great start. You may now pass the leash to DL. And now I'm going to pass it off to Zach to introduce the rest of the class.
Thank you, Lisa. It's a family affair.
All right, can we have Jake and Mackenzie come on up? All right, Jake is an Ohio resident that came to class for his second Canine Companions service dog. His willingness to go first in most of our practices did not go unnoticed, and I'm sure his classmates appreciated his initiative as well. Even if he was a tough act to follow sometimes. Jake was matched with Champy, a male lab golden cross, who will pick up a variety of items for Jake and pull him along in his wheelchair. Jake has high expectations of Champy, and we're confident Jake will help Champy reach those expectations before too long. Champy was raised by Mackenzie, and it is clear how much love and energy she put into raising him. Thank you. You may now pass Champy's leash over to Jake. All right, Dan and Daisy. And family. So Dan traveled all the way from Ohio for his third Canine Companion service dog. Dan is a very thoughtful person who was ready and willing to do whatever was necessary during class to get success. He was also incredibly supportive of his classmates throughout the last couple weeks, often cheering them on when they were working on something really difficult. Dan was matched with Kismet, a female lab golden cross, who will be pushing automatic door buttons and picking up Dan's phone for him, among other things. But I couldn't be happier to unleash Dan and little Kizzy into the world. Kismet was raised by Daisy and the entire family, who poured their hearts into getting Kismet ready for this moment. Thank you, all of you. You may now pass Kismet's leash over to Dan. Gracie traveled from Kentucky for her very first Canine Companions service dog. On the very first day of class, Gracie established herself as a force of positivity, always ready to practice while always wearing a smile. Gracie was matched with a male lab golden cross named Reddy, who's going to be tugging open doors and drawers and picking up dropped items for her. Reddy was raised by Diane and John, who are longtime supporters and puppy raisers, and we couldn't do any of this without people like them. Thank you both, and you may pass Reddy's leash over to Gracie. I'm going to turn the mic over to Gracie, who volunteered to be our class speaker, and she's going to talk a little bit about her experience.
Woo woo! Go Gracie!
That's good. Ready, sit. Ready, off. Ready, sit. Yes, good job. Good afternoon, everyone. Hello. Hi. Thank you so much for being here today. My name is Grace Blatkowski. It's not every day that I get to share a moment like this. It's my privilege to talk about something that means so much to me and something that's going to change my life in ways I can't even fully express yet. Let me begin by letting you know a little about myself. I was born at 26 weeks with cerebral palsy and cystic fibrosis. Cerebral palsy is a condition that affects my mobility and sometimes even my ability to interact with the world around me in the way that I want. There are days when it can feel like I'm presented with many challenges that others might not even notice. But over time, I've learned how to adapt, find solutions, and how to keep pushing forward no matter what. Today, though, I'm excited to talk about a change that will make a huge difference in my life, an incredible new chapter that I'm about to begin. I'm about to welcome into my world a Canine Companion service dog named Reddy. Reddy is more than just a dog to me. He's my helper, my guide, and my friend. Having Reddy is not just about getting assistance with day-to-day tasks. It's about having a loyal companion who gives you the confidence to navigate a world that isn't always built for you. With Reddy by my side, I'll have greater independence to do the things that I might have once struggled with. Whether it's retrieving items, turning on and off light switches, opening doors, getting help with mobility, or just simply having him there when things get tough. As I think about this new journey, I'm reminded of the lyrics to one of my favorite songs that perfectly captures the spirit of what's ahead. The song is called We Ready, and it's all about getting ready for what's to come, for the challenges and the victories, and about approaching the future with determination to take it on. When I think about the challenges we'll face and the victories we'll share, I know one thing for sure. Reddy and I, we're ready. We're ready for the obstacles, ready for the new opportunities, ready to face them all together. So thank you, Canine Companion volunteers, supporters, my fellow classmates, and staff for being here and supporting me on this incredible journey. With Reddy by my side, I know there's nothing we can't do. We're ready for it. Thank you. Sit. Ready, let's go. Let's go.
Thank you so much, Gracie, for those amazing words. Next up, we'd like to share a short video that Kayleen, our PR and marketing coordinator, put together to give you all a brief glimpse into what happened over the last couple weeks. And next up, I'd like to introduce Carolyn Odom.
Hi everybody, I know I am the last thing standing in your way before leaving, so I will keep all of my remarks brief here. My name is Carolyn Odom. I'm honored to be a member of the board of the North Central region of Canine Companions and a puppy raiser with the Buckeye Volunteer Chapter. Previously with the Northern Ohio Chapter, always very recognizable in blue. For the past few months, I've had the honor of raising Mojo the Fourth. So next week, Mojo and his fellow puppy Lancaster will meet their new puppy raisers at the Southeastern Correctional Institution out in Lancaster, Ohio. Fitting. We are so thrilled that this will become the first active prison puppy raising program in the North Central region in a number of years. Not only is this program beneficial for puppies like Mojo and Lancaster, but it creates a positive impact on the carefully selected incarcerated men who will pour their love and care into raising them. Nationwide, fewer than 5% of the individuals who participate in our puppy prison raising program are reincarcerated following release. On top of that, puppies raised in the prison programs graduate at a 10% higher rate than those raised in traditional homes. It's truly a win-win, and I'm so excited and privileged to be a part of it. Many thanks to all of our volunteers, donors, and community members who joined us for today's graduation ceremony. At this time, I'd like to take a moment to thank our DogFest North Central sponsors: the North Central Board, Deloitte, Bob Evans, Discover, Worthington Industries, JP Morgan Chase, Meyer, Nkova, and Littler Law. It's thanks to the generosity of our sponsors that we can continue to place expertly trained service dogs like the 9 we're celebrating today, with more adults, children's, and veterans with disabilities. So a quick round of applause to thank all of our sponsors. To all our graduates and families, we are thrilled to send you off with your new service dogs so that you can lead your lives with more independence and confidence each and every day. I'm going to get a little emotional here because I'm training Gulliver today. Gulliver's puppy number 8 for me, and I swear, number 8, just as emotional as number 1. And so being here and seeing you guys and seeing this impact, this is why we do it. So thank you so much for you guys and your support and your trust in us. Thank you. So I couldn't be more proud than I am standing here as part of this amazing organization on the most important day in the lives of our graduates. I will always be thankful for the unwavering commitment of our dedicated staff, the selfless efforts of our incredible puppy raisers and volunteers, and the generosity of our many donors, all of which inspire me to do whatever I can to help Canine Companions expand its reach and change more lives. So, some housekeeping notes here. Those with matriculating puppies, please stay put. Suzanne will provide some further directions right after the ceremony. If anyone here would like a tour of our beautiful 16-acre campus, please meet with our philanthropy directors. We've got Nancy Whetstone over here and Matt Levering over in that corner. For everyone, when you exit the parking lot, please drive in a counterclockwise loop around the campus loop to avoid incidents, keep everyone safe. And then, finally, the moment you've all been waiting for. We are so excited to send our graduate teams and their families off with their very own celebratory clap out. So, guests other than our graduating teams, please stay near your seats until the graduates and their families have made it to the great room. And so now, we ask that everyone stand, if you are able, and help us celebrate one final farewell to the North Central Region graduating class of November 2024. Graduates.